So today I'm going to be sharing how to fix your website in under 1 hour to ensure that you're booking more clients over and over again. Hi, I'm Jody Ann Rowe, founder of the Event Certificate, and I work with event planners, wedding planners, and actually most service-based businesses to help them get more leads into their business. If you're struggling to get leads, stop struggling on your own, head on over to my website, www.eventcertificate.com. So my first tip for fixing your website is to actually ensure that the content on your website is matching what people were actually expecting. What do I mean by that? Well, if I'm searching actively for a photographer or a wedding planner, when I come to your website, what I would like to see is a type of information and content that's telling me, yes, I'm in the right place. So something like, are you looking for a wedding planner in Toronto that does X? Here we are, right? You need that kind of content to hold people onto your site. A lot of times when I go to business owners' website who are struggling to find clients, this is actually not being done well, right? So they have their website and their content is written like they're talking to themselves, like they're actually selling to another wedding planner, not like they're selling to a potential client. So I need you to reevaluate your website and get this changed if you can. Now, here's the thing. There's a site I used to recommend all the time where people could do this, where it was an online site where you could submit your website and someone would video review your site, not knowing anything about your business. They would just scroll through and give you their first impression. And this was a free service. I can't find it anymore, but I'm going to find a similar service if I can and have it linked below so that you can take advantage of it, because it was so helpful to a lot of people who I know who are viewers of this channel who might not be able to hire a web designer right away. So I'm going to look for something, link it below. If not, send me a DM and I'll see if I can find a similar paid service for you as well. Tip number 2 is a relatively easy one, but it's to check that your website is mobile responsive. Now, I'm guilty of this one too, because my website allows you to edit in different versions. So it allows you to edit like a desktop version versus a mobile version and all the different things. And sometimes I'll literally forget to update the mobile site after I do a desktop change. So I want you to not only be looking at your website on the computer, but also take out your phone and go to your website, go to your URL and see what it looks like. See if you can see all the images clearly, if you can read the text, right? If all the contact information is visible, is the print too small? I want you to really go through and review that and ensure that it's converted in the same way that your desktop site is, or at least that the experience of browsing on your mobile phone is similar to the desktop experience. Tip number 3 is to ensure that your viewers understand the assignment. What do I mean by that? Well, look at it like this. When a viewer comes to your website, there's an action you would like them to take, right? Maybe you want them to reach out and contact you. You want them to sign up for a freebie on your site. You want them to schedule a consultation. You want them to take a particular action. So your website needs to be leading them to that. It needs to be communicating that. If you're saying nobody's reaching out, nobody's contacting me, nobody's signing up for my freebie, nobody's sending me the contact form, go through your website and see if that's clear. Is your contact information hidden at the bottom? Is your contact information, is your form like fillable? Is everything working and in good order? Do people know I can just click contact? I've been to websites where there are no contact pages at the top. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm one of those websites, but I do that because a ton of people will find me on YouTube and they just send me the most random emails asking very generic questions about random things. So I had to move it lower. But if you're a potential client, you'll usually know where to find me because I'll often drop the link. I'll say, reach out on Instagram, www.eventcertificate.com, right? Find me here. You'll figure it out. But here's the thing. If you're actively trying to get people to hire and book you, you do need to have these call to actions, right? So how to call you, how to email you, all these things should be clear and visible on your website. And your website should be leading people on how to take action, right? After you finish looking at my portfolio, what next? Maybe you should schedule a consultation call. Is there a big button that says schedule a call, right? Ensure that all of these things are in place because these are the conversions, right? These are the things that help to convert people who are just browsing your website and trying to make a decision. Tip number 4 is that you need to ensure that your website is SEO friendly. Now, I know you're thinking, okay, I'm a creative, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't know what this SEO friendly thing means. And that's okay. That's why I'm here. So SEO essentially is how people are finding you online, right? It's called search engine optimization. So is your website optimized so that if someone goes to a search engine like Google, they can type in certain keywords and find you? Now, most business owners I ask this, they'll say, of course it is, right? When you search my business name, you can find me. No, no, no. Here's the thing. Unless a customer or a potential client is already familiar with your business, they won't know your business name, right? This is why search engine optimization is important, because what you need to be doing is you need to have your website optimized so that when people search certain keywords, they come up. How do you do this? Well, it means the content on your website needs to be matching those keywords. So if one of the things that people search frequently when they're looking for a wedding planner in Toronto is wedding planner Toronto, those keywords, those phrases need to be throughout the content on your website, and not just thrown in because you think that's a keyword people are searching, but actually embedded within the content that you're writing naturally, right? So on your about page, on your home page, on your other contact pages, right? It just needs to be included. The other thing is, if you should have some blog posts on your site, blog posts providing useful information to your potential clients. And within these, you can answer questions or address keywords that people would be searching. Maybe the thing people are searching is, what are the best venues in Toronto under $5,000? And you have a blog post on that, that matches. That's how you end up on Google searches, right? Because Google is just trying to help people answer the questions that they're typing in, the queries that they're looking for with the content that's matching on your site. Now, there are lots of other deeper things that you can look at too. For example, you need to have your page title named properly. I've gone to people's website and their page is just called, their business name, like eventcertificate.com/page 1, right? No, that needs to be named like wedding planning packages, wedding planning services, contact, right? It needs to be named properly. Those are search engine optimization techniques. The other thing are your images. If you're a wedding planner or a photographer, or you're in a creative space where you have a ton of images for your portfolio, chances are you have them on your website, right? But I've gone through people's website who are having a hard time getting found. And when I go through their images are just named like IMG 19524, right? You need to rename your images, right? Rename them, whether that's with the wedding name, with the wedding location, with the name of your business, with a descriptive title, whatever that is, something that's actually searchable on Google. Because here's the thing, when people search those terms on the image side of Google, these will come up as well. And that's another way to get more traffic into your business. And this is how you get traffic. And those traffic is what you want to convert into actual clients. Tip number 5 is that you want to check your site speed. I know. Here's the thing. You're going to be like, speed? What does that have to do with booking clients? But here's the thing. The speed of your site will also determine how long someone stays on your site. Have you ever gone to a website where you click through, you're on the site and it is so slow, it's frustrating, you just click away and go to something else? Your visitors, like your potential clients, will be doing the same thing if your site is slow. Now, if you're a creative professional, like I mentioned before, like wedding planner, photographers, and you have a ton of images on your website in the portfolio area and the galleries, right? You need to ensure that these images are actually not really large files that's going to slow down your website. You can use the Google speed test to check this out, where Google will test the speed of your site and give you recommendations on how to fix it and address it. If you're on WordPress, there's so many plugins that you can use to help reduce the size of your images that are displayed on the site, but still have the quality be amazing as it is when you upload it at full site. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Right? There are lots of plugins that can help with that. But check this out and see where you're at. Maybe you check it and your website is perfect. Kudos to you. But maybe you check it and you can get some recommendations on things you can change. What you don't want is, you don't want something as simple as the speed of your site to be the reason why you're losing out on a potential booking. So those are 5 things I want you to implement, because they're things that you can really check and implement honestly within a day. But go ahead and check them out. In addition to that, I'm also going to link my website audit checklist that will help you to go through even more items that you can have fixed on your website to get you more traffic, more leads, and ultimately more bookings. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button if you enjoyed this content. And of course, check me out again to get more videos like this one week after week to help grow your business.